Right away now with game number 6.
All right, here we go. Not Four Kings anymore. Fnatic TOD.
Yes, indeed. A little bit of Warcraft 3 coming back.
Will be spawning as our blue Protoss in the bottom left-hand corner, and his opponent, Liquid Sheth, doing wonders for Team Liquid. Working wonders, should I say?
Doing work.
Yes,
even.
doing work. Currently 4-0, has dispatched most of Fnatic's best players, and I'm excited to see if Todd can knock him off the horse.
Yeah, and, Fnatic thought to themselves, and love them as a team, don't get me wrong, but they're like, man, we have 3 really good Protoss players. You know what would be awesome? A 4th really good Protoss player. So they are bringing the all-Protoss look here today, with the exception of Kawhi, Rice, and Rain. We'll see what they're going to be able to bring out here as TOD scouting down to the bottom right. Looks like players have a little bit of lag. Things aren't going to get squared away. The map is Antiga Shipyard, and actually, I would say my favorite out of the new ladder maps that have been added. Thankful that there's only one Xel'Naga tower on this map.
Yeah, I actually really like Antiga Shipyard, and I agree with that as well. I think the maps with the 4 Xel'Nagas are just ridiculous. I don't think any map should have 4 Xel'Naga towers. That's just insanity.
Yeah.
Why would you ever want that many? And just the whole process of pushing each other off the towers and shift queuing your Hellions to each individual Xel'Naga, and then he does it back with a Stalker, and then you do it back with a Marauder. It's like, that's not what fun StarCraft is.
And it's not like the forced multitasking is not what's enjoyable.
No.
It's finding ways to break your units into more control groups. You have better control, or splitting units, whatever the case may be. Not, wow, I now have to... He just spent 4 Lings out and killed my 1 Marine I had sitting around. Now I have to send out a couple of Hellions. So.
It's pretty frustrating on maps with 4. Not to mention they can... be holding one and you can just forget about it. It's like, oh, he's got the southeast Xel'Naga still. Whoops, I didn't take that one back. He's going to see my drop coming. I mean, just little things like that. I don't really think... I'm not a huge fan of Xel'Naga towers. I like the maps that actually have the expiring Xel'Naga
Fortress.
Yes.
So good.
Xel'Naga Fortress is a prime example.
Sheth ended up going for gas first into pool, so this is a very fast speedling build. We'll have that up in just a second. Has the 100 gas ready. There it goes. And pulling himself off of gas as well to make sure he can get up that expansion pretty early. And it looks like TOD doesn't want anything to do with a pylon up there, as he knows Zerglings are already on the way. He himself, though, is going after pretty early second guess, setting himself up for really easy Sentry expand if he wants to.
Probably going to see a 1-gate or 3-gate expand out of Todd unless he wants to mix things up. We have been seeing those quick DT openers off 2 gas, quick Stargate openers off 2 gas. Those are pretty much all the options right there. Now, we've already seen which direction Sheth is heading down. He's going to get some pretty early speed and secure his natural safely. Now, where are you going to go from here, Todd?
We'll find out. Todd has 1 Sentry coming out, though. He's saving up a little bit of resources, so could pretty easily put down some sort of 1-gate robo here in a bit if he decides that his opponent is showing something that is favorable. But, I don't know, I imagine he's just waiting to slap down gates number 2 and 3. Although, maybe saving up for that fast expansion. No, there we go. Okay, gateways 2 and 3. That's what I was expecting all along.
And they will finish right around the same time as Warp Gate technology. So, very nicely timed out here from Todd. And he's going to head down there and start working on possibly taking that natural. He might lose that probe, though, and it will go down. Just a small victory for Todd.
And Sheth there,
Or for Sheth, excuse me.
No problem. It's all right. Gets warm in this room. But we are, of course, casting from the casting dungeon at IGN.
I love how we refer to it as the dungeon now.
It is, though.
Yeah, I know.
But it's awesome.
It is pretty cool. It does get warm in here.
Yes.
It's like a little heat stroke action sometimes. And today we have to have all the windows closed because it is ridiculously hot in San Francisco right now.
Although I always LOL when people say ridiculously hot in San Francisco. It's 80 degrees, folks. But I come from St. Louis. We have
I love it. I mean, it's just a lot hotter than normal.
And yeah, it looks like Sheth going to make his way down with a bunch of Lings now. Also has that Roach Warren and Evolution Chamber coming up, so he can start that +1. Maybe going for because he was always putting down his 3rd base before going into Roach Warren after this, so this may be very strong 2-base Roachling all-in style play. We'll find out, though, in a bit as gateways number 4 and 5 coming up now for Todd.
So Todd going to stick with a heavy gateway composition here as he takes his natural. Now, I'm also curious as to the early Roach Warren from Sheth. Is he going to try it all in here? No, he's actually taking his third. So I think Sheth just being extra careful here. Has the potential to get out some early Roaches if Todd decides to push here. And Sheth's just going to keep an eye on him, keep tabs on him, figure out, what kind of units he's making, how many. And he hasn't been darting in and out with Overlords that much this game.
It looks like Sheth had actually canceled his Roach Warren. He's reestablishing it right now, but it's going to be a lot slower on those. Still, though, with 3 base, with the Roach Warren coming up, he's still going to be in pretty good position to receive some sort of a 5-gate timing push, as he's successfully done that once already today and held off actually a couple of pretty strong pushes with nothing but Lings earlier on. So we do have +1 missile attacks coming up. Roach Warren is about to finish, so he'll be able to go into heavy unit production mode. But old Todd, he's already got a lot of sentries here. They're building up quite a bit of energy, and with the economy off of 2 bases, you will be able to push here in just a little bit.
Yep. A lot of sentries from Todd here, too.
Yeah.
I mean, he has enough sentries to draw a heart around Sheth's army if he so pleases. How many are we working with right now, Kevin?
It looks
Counterattack
like
by
10.
Sheth, headed into the natural, though. Is it going to be able to find its way through? No, some beautiful building placement
Very nice.
from Todd. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. He will have 2 Zealots picked off on the way out here.
And 1 force field goes down. It looks like Sheth is going to try and make his way back. Actually, that Stalker's going to get itself exposed a little bit, but very good unit positioning out of Todd. And he's going to hold that to the back while he kills the rest of these Lings. And a nice force field saves the Stalker. Todd actually killing a lot of units there.
Yeah. Beautiful work from Todd right there. I mean, just great micro, great awareness, great building positioning, zoning out those Lings. And this push from Todd's going to be pretty strong here. We don't have any plus upgrades, so it's just vanilla, no upgrades gateway units versus speedless Roaches with speed Lings. Todd, 1 Stalker getting a little bit ahead of itself, just rushing in there. And now Todd going to cut off 2 Roaches, it looks like.
Yeah, actually manages to get 3 kills right away at the loss of only that Stalker. Okay, there we go. Looks like a Zergling counterattack tried to come by your Zergling flank, I should say, but actually wasn't able to do all that much damage. Todd was aware of it. All these units were trapped up in the Guardian shields as well, so the Roaches weren't doing all that much damage, and he's going to start breaking his way through these destructible debris. Sheth trying to produce as many units as he can, but Todd has actually been very successful with this push so far.
Yeah, thus far doing a lot of damage, and Sheth coming in from the side trying to find an avenue to get in there and do some damage. So many sentries and so much energy for potential force fields here from Todd, and once these rocks go down, he could potentially get in here and have free reign on the 3rd, and I think that's exactly what he intends to do. Great force fields. Trapping all the Roaches now. Those will get picked off by the Stalkers here. But Sheth has so many Roaches, and he has 18 Lings and 8 more Roaches reinforcing here. It's going to be very difficult for Todd to just outright win with this push. I don't know. It's going to come down to this, though.
Yeah, it really is. As he doesn't have any intentions of going up to another base quite yet, although he does have the resources for it, so if he sends a probe out there, maybe he'll be able to expand behind this while he continues to contain this 3rd for a little while. We do have the counterattack of Zerglings. That is going to take out the pylon. No chance of that staying up, but there's another forward pylon back here for Todd. The Zerglings are going to attack from the back. They're going to get a favorable engagement against the Zerglings, but because of the good force fields trapping so many of the Roaches aside, he's able to dispatch the Lings before he actually turns his attention on the Roaches.
Yeah.
So once again, great unit positioning.
Yeah, Todd doing a great job with his force fields right now. I don't know, man. This is so close. Tug of war back and forth here at Sheth's 3rd. Can Todd force his way through? Sheth's going to pick off the proxy pylon, though. That'll stop reinforcements for a little...
I thought he almost saved it.
Saved it there. And that will deny reinforcements for at least a warp cycle. He's going to have to warp those in back at home. Now, has Todd been probing up at all? Has he been teching at all behind this? I don't think so.
He has more workers than Sheth at the moment, because Sheth has been doing nothing but producing attack units, of course. We'll find out, though. That's a lot of units. And even the photon cannon,
I love it.
For detection. You
Great
can use
positioning.
You can use it to even hit units on the high ground.
Oh, God. Todd's army getting separated here, losing a ton of Zealots, and not able to land any of those force fields splitting the Roach army for Sheth. So
Sheth is still on hatchery tech as well, so no danger of upgrades coming up either.
That's true. He has forced Sheth into a situation here where he needs to constantly build units to hold this off. It's his only hope of staying alive. He needs to chain produce units, but I love the building positioning here from Todd. Denying any potential run-bys or backstabs. It's super solid.
He really is. And Todd has so many units coming in, and these sentries just have not been picked off yet. And they've kept their energy basically the entire time. Sheth's going to make his way in, and those are going to get cut right in half.
Yeah, Sheth committing a lot right there, pressing into force field range. That cannon actually paying for itself. Quite impressive.
Yeah, got a couple of kills already, adding to the unit composition that's up here, and it's just going to play zone control for Todd as well as Chat's not really going to be able to attack in this area. He's going to come under fire from that cannon, which already has 5 kills.
And +1 is about to finish for Todd. He did transition over and start throwing upgrades into the mix, so +1 is now done. Do we have any upgrades for Sheth? I don't think so.
Let's see here. Okay, +1 missile attacks.
Okay, +1 missile attacks. Yeah. All right, the Lings are going to be much less effective now. Obviously, they're going to get 2 hit by Zealots. And here we go. A couple force fields will get dropped, sectioning some of those Roaches out. A lot of Lings flanking.
There's still a couple of Zealots that were sitting back there, though. And look how quickly the +1 Zealots and even the Stalkers dispatched of those Lings. So Sheth is trying to produce as many units as he can, but Todd is about to equalize in supply. And he has been producing a couple of probes for this process as well. Looks like he's starting to get a little bit of money bank, so we may even see an expansion out of him soon. He's going up to +1 armor. He's looking very, very good at the moment.
Yeah, he is looking super hard to stop. You know, Sheth trying to hang in there, trying to scramble for D, but every time he's forced to commit beyond that force field line, you know, he's losing 2, 3 Roaches at a time every single time he commits there. And Todd has just been building on this gateway ball from ground zero, continually adding units and not losing too many. He's been losing a lot more Zealots, I would say, than Stalkers and Sentries, and these Sentries have just paid off for themselves in the cold.
How many times has he cut those Roaches in half? 5 times, 6 times, maybe?
Easily.
And this has been basically just one big tug-of-war engagement right now as Todd starts to work himself ever so closer to that hatchery. Now, importantly, he has not expanded even yet, but he is starting to win the supply game. He is definitely winning the upgrade game, and when this +1 ground armor finishes, he's going to be in an extremely good position to move up and start attacking this hatchery.
Yeah, once Armor 1 finishes, he will be in a terrific position. He's trying to take his 3rd here. Sheth all over that. Immediately going to shut that down and deny that. He doesn't want to have to deal with Todd doing this on 3 base, let alone 2 base. Now here we go. Todd actually issuing a move command there. It looked like a lot of his units stumbling around. That's going to give Sheth an opportunity to get in there and pick off a few stragglers on the outside. And here come the Lings for the flank. And Sheth's committing 100% here. It looks like he's going to go for the kill. Does he have enough?
I don't know. This Photon Cannon is still doing work on the low ground as well. Gets 11 kills before it manages to go down. But there are a lot of Stalkers still remaining now for Todd. And as all of the Zerglings have been dispatched of, those Roaches are actually going to come under quite a bit of fire. Now +1 armor is finished as well. Todd's still up in supply. He's reestablishing the space down to the 6 o'clock position. And still not in any real danger of mining out for a little while. So he is still looking to be in a great position. Winning that upgrade battle, now starting to win the expansion war.
Oh my goodness, what an epic ZVP we have on our
really
hands
awesome,
here.
yeah.
This is awesome, guys. Both these players are struggling for victory right now, and I know we said it was all going to come down to this one battle, but we didn't know this one battle was going to last for the entirety of the game. And, you know, that's really, whoever wins this engagement, I feel, is going to win the game. It's all in the balance here.
I agree 100%. And it looks like Todd is going to fall back as Sheth is starting to move in here and starting to take out, or try to take out this Nexus. But these heavily upgraded gateway units doing so much damage. None of those units fell off of that warp-in round. And now Sheth is going to be forced to concede this expansion, I believe. And he's been sitting on 3 base for so long. And maybe even more importantly, just on hatchery tech. So there's no threat of burrow. There's no threat of glial reconstitution at all.
No, none whatsoever. And is he going to pick off that pylon down to 16 hit points? Now, Todd is in a unique position here where he has had the time to fall back, secure his 3rd, and now he can force the pressure again. Both of his proxy pylons are still up. So he's in a phenomenal position to keep this push up. He's also teching to Robo. I love that decision by him.
And
Beautiful force fields.
Once again, those sentries being so effective. Half of these roaches aren't engaging. More importantly, the entire Zergling force was actually cut off there. And so the Zealots were able to get in there and do all their work against the roaches. Very, very cost-effective against them. We also have roaches falling down on the right-hand side. They were trying to do a little bit of a flank maneuver, but there's enough stalkers. He's able to man that entire space. And now drones are being pulled for Sheth. This may be his last gasp.
Oh no, drones coming off the line, getting absolutely slaughtered. More reinforcements being warped in for Fnatic Todd, and that could be the push that he needed to win this game outright. Once those drone counts start dwindling for Sheth, I don't really see him climbing back into this. Supplies now 108 to 59 for Sheth, and he is in trouble.
And what a game has been played out of Todd so far.
Absolutely.
Every little detail, his unit positioning when he was defending against Zergling attacks back in the natural, way back in the very beginning of the game, after his fast expand. From that point, his control has been impeccable.
Meticulous. Meticulous game from Todd. I mean, building positioning, all the micro here, pulling the Zealots back repeatedly as they're engaging the Roaches. And now he looks to be launching his final push on Sheth's 30, or Sheth once again pulling the remainder of his drones off the line, and the Zealots will happily meet and greet them at the front.
And the last remaining roaches are about to fall, and Sheth is going to lose his third. So Sheth, the man who kills 4 Fnatic members, looks like he is about to meet his end, falling down to 34 supply. There's the GG and the smiley face. Sheth is out, but has certainly done his job in this set.
He has indeed. Now, Todd looking super solid right there.
Yeah,
has
he really did.
Taken out Goliath in Sheth, and
we'll see who